start. He has been mistake-free here today. Does what? 5 in a row. Uh-oh.
You said that at the start of every show.
humid down here in Florida, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Hey, you crack open a six-pack for me.
Yes, 7 in a row. Whoa! Channel! That's how you close. That's the work of a closer. This guy knows how to finish a 10th.
Hey guys, it's Frank the Tank, and that was the Rubicon and the Rubicon UC2. So, I gotta say, that was actually a lot of fun to do. The results were not what I expected, but in a way, this is something that I should have expected to see because, well, I'm not the only one who's been having quite the success with this bowling ball. I mean, I've been noticing that a lot of pros have been picking up the Rubicon, and then, of course, when the Rubicon UC2 got released as well, a lot of pros have been picking that up as well. Um, One thing that I've been really noticing is that on social media, RotoGrip have been like posting a lot of honor scores with these two bowling balls. You know, lots of 800 series, lots of 300s, lots of 700 series in leagues. Um, this ball clearly is quite the moneymaker. But I will say, when this ball first got released, I didn't know what to think. So I did the smart thing and I just let this thing play out to see how others, you know, what would happen, you know, just to see how if how many pros would pick up this ball, how often it would be used, how many, like, you know, non-pros would use it, and a lot of people are picking the ball up, and it's just serving them quite well. So I had to see this for myself. So I picked up these two, and as you could see, there are the results. So despite the fact that the Rubicon was just a few pins shy of the Rubicon UC2, I still consider that to be pretty even. So it's nice to see that one is not better than the other. They're both pretty evened out. So thank God for that. So now let's discuss what I saw out there with these two bowling balls. So with the Rubicon, it's got solid reactive on it. I think it's called E-Trax solid reactive. I don't know. I saw that typical check mark reaction, which, if I haven't said it enough already, that's usually the kind of ball reaction I try to avoid. Luckily, for some reason with this ball, that check mark back end that it had to it, it wasn't like too extreme, like the UFO or the Crux Prime or something like that. It was pretty toned down, which I kind of liked, because that means it's a little easier for me to be able to get control of. And of course, it didn't seem like an insanely early rolling ball either. It was pretty middle, if you know what I mean. It wasn't late, it wasn't early, very middle. So that was very, very nice to see, and obviously, based on the results, it served me quite well. And then, of course, the Rubicon UC2 with its pearl reactive cover stock. I knew it was gonna do a whole hell of a lot better for me. I like felt confidence in every single shot. I felt like it was really good. Every shot was really good off of my hand. Even if I didn't strike, I knew this was definitely going to be the one that would serve me even better, because, as I've said so many times already, pearl reactive is something that I clearly like. So yeah, this ball, it didn't get down there too late. It was just right on how it read the lane. Of course, it had that nice round back end to it. It reminded me very much of a High Road X, but this one had like a really serious upgrade on its back end, which was really, really nice. And of course, the two layouts that I put on these bowling balls, I'll have you know that these two layouts, this is actually something that was already put on the UFO and UFO alert. Obviously, you guys saw that video first, but actually, I had these two layouts put on these Rubicons first, before these two UFOs that I had already filmed and posted. So yeah, I had already thrown these two off camera. I was just, really, really late on the post, I guess. But, tall pin layouts, man, that's another thing that I need to, really, really start looking into, because, it seems like for me, tall pin layouts are the way to go. This proves it. So, yeah, overall, these two bowling balls, really, really nice. And the thing that really makes me happy is that I feel like I have filled a pretty big gap in the arsenal, because, okay, so I have the Axiom and the Axiom Pearl. Those two I love. Both are solid, and one is Pearl, one is solid. And the numbers on the bowling ball, if I'm not mistaken, they're not too far off from the Rubicons. Hold on a second. Let's take a look at the numbers here. Okay, so the Rubicon and Rubicon UC2's numbers its RGs are 2.49 on both of them, and its differentials are 0.052. So obviously those RG numbers indicating that it's got a pretty early roll, but it didn't seem like it to me. And then, of course, the differential being somewhat high, giving it a pretty good back end. And then the Axiom and Axiom Pearl having an RG of 2.48, so literally just one. And then its differentials being a difference of 2, the differentials being 0.050, the Rubicons having 0.052. So they're not far off, but like I said, this really is kind of like a massive gap filled in the arsenal, because the axioms are symmetrical. The Rubicons, little did I know, were asymmetrical, which, I didn't realize that until after I was done filming these, because, I don't know, I just automatically assumed right from the get-go that these things were symmetricals, but they weren't. They were asymmetrical, so I was like, oh, dude, game on. Despite the fact that these are asymmetricals, they didn't seem as aggressive. Now, I don't know if the layouts that were on them played a factor. I don't know. But, because like I said, the RGs, the differentials, they're not far off from each other. And then, of course, these cover stocks aren't like the craziest things, but they're very popular. But yeah, I mean, this is really, really cool that these are asymmetricals, and I had a really good hold of them on them like on the lanes. I could score pretty high with them, and then of course we got the axioms that I can also score real high with them. So this is a very, very good thing for me. This is a gap in the arsenal that has been filled. So I'm very, very happy in the end. If you guys don't have any of these Rubicons, I suggest you pick them up. Which ones? I don't know. I'll leave that up to you. My suggestion is that you pick up both of them because they both work really, really well. So 10 out of 10 for me on both of these, to be totally honest, in the end. So I loved them. Scores were good. Happy in the end. So that's all I really got to say on this. That's pretty much it. So yeah, Frank the Tank. We move on to the next one. I don't know what it'll be, but we shall see. Thank you for watching. Catch you guys in the next one.